Hello, folks, and I am back once again, and I'm not sure if I've done something like this before, but it's time for a state of the channel address here to end 2021, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to recap the 2021 year the best that I can, and detail my plans for 2022. So, to say that 2021 would have been an up and down year would be an understatement. I mean, when we started the year, well, the world was pretty much in a not so good place when we started off the year, but things got better as we progressed along, especially in the summer, and for a good while it looked like we were maybe close to putting this whole thing behind us. But no, Omicron had to show up right at the beginning of December and ruin everything. So, yeah, not a good thing there. But hopefully 2022 will be a much better year. Now, the one positive, though, I will say about this year was the large growth in my subscriber base here on the channel. Because I started off the year at, I'm not sure exactly how many, but I think it was somewhere around 2,700. And as of the time I recorded this, I am at around 4,500. So that is probably the biggest jump in subscribers I've ever had in 1 year here on the channel, and here's hoping for better things in 2022. Maybe even getting to 5,000 subscribers, who knows. Now, there was also something that happened around the beginning of February that was not COVID related. I'm not going to go into details about that, but because all it would do is probably bring up terrible memories for me. But, so for the sake of argument, let's not say what we did. All I'm going to say is that it was something pretty bad. You guys do not want to know what it is. But anyways, despite this, some of the shortcomings, some good things did come out of the 2021 year. For example, in terms of video games, Mario Party Superstars came out back in October, and I've been having a lot of fun playing that game. Plus, we also had some good LPs. I believe I did an LP of Let's Go, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee this year. I think it was, or was it 2020 that I did that? No, I think it was this year that I did that, I'm pretty sure. But, anyways, and so yeah, I'd say overall 2021's been a pretty nice year for my channel. My game show series are still going strong. And, yeah. Oh, another thing that was great about this year is we, as if for the first time in, I don't know how long, I actually got to take a pleasure vacation, where my family and I went to Aruba around the end of November. So that was pretty fun. Now that was a trip we were originally supposed to take at the beginning of 2020, right before the world pretty much went into the condition that it currently is. But then, of course, something happened that prevented us from going at that time. But we were finally able to take it, and the timing actually worked out very well, because with the way things are going with Omicron, it is currently not safe to travel anywhere right now. So, yeah. At least those kind of vacations, but but I digress. And now, going back to Mario Party Superstars, according to the year in review stats that I got a couple of weeks ago or so on Nintendo email, that game, despite having only been out for a couple of months at this point, had apparently was the second most frequent game that I played this year, or had the most playtime with, the second highest playtime with this year. And at the time of that email was somewhere around 53 hours. It's probably gone up since then, but yeah. I mean, what can I say? I love that game. It's definitely a lot better than Super Mario Party. And speaking of games, my LP of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is going pretty well. That episode 30 just finished airing not too long ago. There are still 48 episodes left before that series wraps up, at least for the main portion. I might go back and tackle the post-game a bit later on, but I am not sure as of yet. Which leads me now into what I have planned for 2022, at least the first part of the year. Obviously, my Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Let's Play is still going to continue airing for at least the first couple of months or so. And then there is a new kart racer that's coming out in March that I want to try on my channel. Chocobo GP. That, of course, and from what I see, it looks like another Mario Kart clone, but with the Final Fantasy Chocobo characters. For those who don't know what Chocobos are, those are kind of like the equivalent of Pokemon in Final Fantasy's world. So, they should know that from having played a little bit of the Final Fantasy games this year. Not a whole lot, but enough to know that. And then, of course, next week there's going to be a couple of new games that are going to be coming on my channel. One of which, of course, is a game show series. I mentioned this in the community post, but I'm going to mention it verbally here. The new game show series that is going to be coming to my channel next week, in fact, it's actually going to be coming this Tuesday, is Caesar's Challenge. That is a game show that originally aired on NBC during the 1993-94 season. Now, don't get me wrong, Caesar's Challenge, from what I've seen of it on YouTube, is really good. The only problem, though, is that it was airing at a time when daytime game shows had more or less essentially been phased out. With the exception, of course, with one exception, of course, being The Price is Right, because I don't think that's going anywhere for a while. And plus, it also didn't help that it was being aired in the noon time slot, and of course, as you know, a lot of stations prefer to use the noon time slot for their local news. So yeah, that didn't help at all. So that was probably why that show only lasted maybe, I want to say maybe 6 months or so. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. But yeah, that's going to be coming next week. In fact, the first 2 episodes have already been scheduled for next week. One for next Tuesday and one for next Thursday, and they will be airing at 9 a.m. So that'll definitely be something worth checking out, I think. And I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I started this. I really should have. But anyways, another new game that's going to be coming to my channel next week is Putt Putt Travels Through Time. That is a PC game. That's a game that was originally released for the PC back in 1997. But I did not play it back then because, well, I was 10 when it came out, and, yeah, let's just say I was pretty well out of the target range for that kind of game once it came out. But seeing how it is a nostalgic game, I do want to play it, and I am intending on playing it, because some of you were probably children during that time period, and I and probably played it, but for those who have not, may not have played it, you'll get to see what it's like. I know I've never played it, so I'll definitely get to see what it's like. So that is, and that game comes out on Switch next Monday. I don't know, though, if that gameplay is going to be, if I'm going to do that gameplay, though, right away on that day, because here's the thing. This entire week, I've been off from my jobs for the holidays. My weekend job at the grocery store stocking potato chips, and my warehouse job that I started a few weeks ago. And as it stands right now, I'm scheduled to go back to the warehouse job on Monday. And the days I work there, I work 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So I probably won't get a chance to do the putt-putt game on the day it comes out, but I definitely want to show it off at some point during that week. And now, but aside from that, there are also a few other video games that I am looking forward to in the 2022 year. One being Pokemon Legends Arceus, which comes out in 4 weeks from now. I might Let's Play that game on my channel, but it probably won't be after Brilliant Diamond finishes airing, only because I don't want to have two consecutive Pokemon LPs. And I already have the next LP planned anyway. It is going to be Kirby and the Forgotten Land, whenever that comes out. It is scheduled for a springtime release. Not sure exactly when in the spring it is going to come out, but it is supposed to come out in the spring. If I were to guess, I'd probably say maybe a May release, but the official date hasn't been given by Nintendo just yet. All they said is spring 2022, so I'm going to guess somewhere maybe around May. It might even be like at the end of March, maybe April, who knows. And then, of course, there is Hogwarts Legacy, which right now has a very vague 2022 release date. But I am definitely looking forward to that. And no Switch version for that, unfortunately. But a game of that magnitude, I don't think would probably run that well on Switch anyway. Now, I think the graphics for that one, for what I've seen, are mainly designed to be more for PS5 and the Xbox Series X. However, thankfully, that game is still supposed to be available for Xbox One, which is what I have, so that's the version I'm going to need to get. Because I don't have my PlayStation 4 anymore, of course, and I also don't have the PlayStation 5 yet. So, let's see. What other games are coming out next year? Well, if they come out with a new Pokemon game later on in 2022, then I'll most likely be getting that. But yeah, Kirby game, Legends Arceus, Hogwarts Legacy, those are the main three that I am looking forward to this year. In the 2022 year. So those are definitely going to be exciting. I'm definitely going to be LPing the Kirby game. And of course, if a new Pokemon game comes out for the holidays, of 2022, then I'll be LPing that. Oh, there is one other game I did forget about that I'm actually looking forward to next year as well. But it's not going to be coming out until like toward the end of 2022, so I'm going to have to wait quite a bit for this. And that is the new Sonic the Hedgehog video game, Sonic Frontiers. So that is the new Sonic game that is going to be coming out. And that should definitely be an exciting one. Then, of course, my game show series are going to be continuing strong. And, yeah. So, that's basically it for this. Hopefully you enjoyed. And, of course, later on this evening at 5 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to catch the New Year's Eve edition of Family Feud Fridays. Yep, which is also our season finale for that series, so that'll definitely be exciting. And yeah, that does it for this video, so thank you for watching, and Happy New Year!